Warning, the following video contains adult content. This includes adult language, adult beverages, and adult themes. Viewer discretion is advised. No kids allowed.
In their heyday, the rough craft was enjoyed by tens of people all around the world as the premier draft beer and book podcast in America. Tom, Matt, and Devin brought enjoyment to their listeners on an almost monthly basis. But success brought excess. They say it's lonely at the top, and no matter how much fine dining, drugs, and booze you consume, you might not be able to fill that hole. Tom, Devin, and Matt would do whatever they could to make sure they stayed on top. But after everything they put themselves and their listeners through, was there any chance of redemption, or would the rough craft be lost to the annals of podcast history? This is the shocking true story of the rough craft. In their
Hi, welcome. I do hope this is the end, so I never have to hear that intro ever again. I hate your awful. What's the guy in Seinfeld? That's not what he's known for. The guy that does Family Guy, the wheelchair guy. Answer me.
Patrick Warburton.
Yes, I hate your impression of him. That's what you're trying to go for. So I hope this really is the end. It sounds just like it was. It isn't. It isn't. Anyway, what's up, Neil? How you doing?
I'm doing well. It's yourself, Devin. I'm doing super. In fact, it's a good night to be here on the rough craft, as it were.
Is this really it? So wait a minute. What are we? So we're done. Is that what that was a good video, by the way.
Thank you.
So this is done. We're going on to new and bigger things.
Well. So here's the thing: is
we're still gonna use the channel. I really want to keep those 76 subs. 76? We got to keep those 76 subs, dude.
I agree. And the 5 people watching, that's always a good one.
Yeah.
So for those that might not know, there has been some difficulties behind the camera, as it were, here at the Rough Craft. Many of you might have noticed that Matt has not been on for, I guess, 3 weeks now. And last week myself and Tommy were on here, and I thought it went really well, but really that was kind of one of those things where the great performers want to go out on top, right? And so I had to bring Tom on so he could have that one good farewell show before we really started to put this thing to bed. And I appreciate you being on here with me, Devin, as kind of the glue that keeps the Rough Craft together these last several years. It's good to have you here with us.
It's clearly Tommy that's kept this thing together. Matt's really the glue that's kept me and Tommy together, because we've had several falling outs over the years, over the 20 years we've known 23 years we've known each other. So actually, in the middle of the Rough Craft,
go ahead.
Before we got it started, were we a couple episodes in? I can't remember. We were doing it, and then we had a fight. I don't remember what we were fighting about. I have no idea. But then, why you gotta do that? But then we stopped talking, and then we would just eventually. Was that what we fought about? I don't remember. But I would talk to my producers in my ear. I would talk to Matt, and Tommy would talk to Matt. Eventually, Matt just knew we'd get back together. And we ended up getting back together again because we're just friends. And he didn't want me to come to a party one time.
Well, so here's the thing. I met Matt and Tommy back in 2011. They were burgeoning young podcasters at the time. I believe they were doing some kind of cartoon show on YouTube. I was currently at that time doing a live D&D podcast, and so I met him up at a conference in DC. And at the time, they had that bright, sunshiny face of somebody that was on the rise, ready to go take over the world. And then fast forward to years later, and you saw it in my little expose video there. Some things have happened.
What was on that mirror, by the way?
I swore
It
not
looked
to
like
tell.
table salt. It looked like a nice big with
Kind of
table
like
salt.
table salt. Yeah, it might have looked like coffee creamer mixed with table salt. In fact,
Look, it did.
if
I
you
was
looked
like,
really
what?
closely.
Like, I was like, that's. I
No,
thought,
but
you know.
I'm sure it was not cocaine, and I'm sure those pills that were laying there were not aspirin. I'm pretty sure that the anyway. But no, so that's why we're here this evening. Is you and I are talking because again, Tom and Matt unfortunately have succumbed to some of their demons, and so we're gonna have to move on to a new channel. And so we're kind of putting the rough craft to bed tonight, as it were.
Is that the bit we're going with? That they've kind of succumbed to they were.
Well, I didn't say they're dead. I just said
It seems dark. I guess they're gonna go into rehab, and then when the new channel starts,
obviously they're probably in rehab right now, and
It's a
so they'll be
happy
coming
ending.
back. I mean,
It's a
yeah,
happy
naturally
ending.
it is. Everybody's got to have a story of redemption. Speaking of redemption, I understand that you're the only straight edge member of the Rough Craft currently, and I know that you and I know that you found Jesus, which is what brings you to us this evening. So I wanted to just talk about your journey with the Rough Craft.
I do, and for the next 3 or 4 hours, I want to tell you guys how much Jesus Christ has really impacted my life. If you guys want to stick around for that,
that's what I like to hear.
Actually, I'm straight edge. I straight edge till I'm 21 for life, and like most people. I was at one point. I was straight edge for a long time. I've never done drugs. Never done anything like that. I'm a good boy. I just drank.
Matt cannot say the same, but that's fantastic. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure Matt and Tommy have dabbled. Everyone's dabbled. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it.
Well, listen,
I never did it.
I was at a party with them a couple of years back. I mean, during COVID, we all partied, right? And
That's right.
like, I'm this fresh-faced innocent boy from South Carolina. I come walking in, and the first thing I see is just these bricks of cocaine, right? They're out on the table. And Tommy's like, "Hey Neil, come on over here, man." He's already probably got like nose deep in a couple of them already. So
that's what people say too. Nose deep in a couple of them. That's what people call it.
But anyway, so
where was this party?
I believe this party was in Chicago. I could be wrong.
So you were all in Chicago. So you all went from South Carolina into Chicago.
Oh yeah, well no,
to a cocaine party.
Well, I mean, it was their party. Like I said, they're the famous ones here. They're the ones with the million. You mentioned the 76 subscribers on this channel, but I know they've got
old one. Matt did have a channel that had a lot of subscribers at one point. We won't talk about it.
See, that's exactly. So they're making all that big YouTube money, and they're throwing these crazy parties. And so, but anyway, so
then what happened?
Well, I unfortunately I promised not to tell about that particular party. There's a lot of famous A-list
what
celebrities.
Happens in Chicago stays in Chicago.
Exactly. I was there for a Cubs game. I mean, it's a long story, but you actually have known these guys a lot longer than I have. And so can you tell us a little bit about what it was like growing up with Tommy and Matt, and how did things go with you guys, and what really made you guys coalesce to turn the Rough Craft into the dominant podcast that it was at one time?
Well, Tommy and I met in middle school. We were in 6th grade. We were 10 years old. We were really good friends, and then we stopped being friends for several years, and then we became friends again in high school. But I also met Matt in high school, and Matt was a weirdo. Still is, but he was like I thought if anyone was gonna do something at a school, the dangerous, you know what I mean? It was going to be Matt. I don't want to say the words, but I thought Matt would be it. So I wanted to befriend him. So if he were to start doing something like that, he would look at me and go, "Hey, what's up, buddy? You better get on out of here before I do something bad." So we all just became pals, and I don't know. We were all different. Like, I was in kind of a different. We were all in the same big friend group, but I was kind of in a different one. They were kind of in a different one. If you know what I mean. We all hung out, but we kind of split a little bit. But then afterward, Matt and I and Tom, we all we kind of lived together for a while. Tom and I did, and then here we are. Seriously, I hated living with Tom. He was the worst roommate I ever had. But yeah, we had a great time. I'm glad they're my friend. For some reason, we just kind of all Matt and I love each other. I've never fought with Matt in my entire life, but Tommy and I we fight all the fucking time to where we really get mad at each other at times. But we all just seem to come back together. I remember the last fight we had when we got back together, we just started chit chatting. Like, we weren't friends, but we started because we just like each other, and we became friends again. That's kind of how guys are, you know.
like it.
He said he also would say he didn't want to punch me because he loved me so much.
Oh, well, see, now I can't relate as having never had friends in my life, but I do appreciate that you're sharing that with, because you know that
That's what
helps you.
friendship is.
That's what friendship is. It's like you get really mad at each other, you want to punch each other out, and then you get then you
Dudes
hug
do,
and
yeah.
you're good.
Girls
like
hold
it.
grudges
Like
for
it.
like 40 years. Dudes
Okay.
fight and they become
That seems
friends
like
later.
a whole different that seems like a whole different subject matter that we might
Yeah.
have to discuss later.
We can talk about it.
So you, I recall a couple times that I was a guest on the Rough Craft. I believe you were one of the hosts, and so
One of
what did you typically kind of what did you feel you brought to the Rough Craft, as it were?
Well, that's the thing about Tommy is that Tommy would always come up with schemes. He was always coming up. He wanted to do a cartoon or something or whatever, and he would have all these ideas. Man, he's coming with these ideas, but he would never do them. Matt would never tell us these ideas, but he would just do them.
Okay.
And he would just have a YouTube channel that had a bunch of views and subscribers out of nowhere. He just here's my book out of nowhere. Tommy talks about doing all this stuff. Matt actually does it without telling you about it. But I'm just their friend, and so they're like, "Hey, you want to do this?" I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." So whatever it is, like I'll do it if they want me to. I don't know. I think I'm very good. I'm not so good right now. Good with words and talking and just kind of being friendly and everything. And so they were like, "You want you just kind of be the face of it, and we'll do all the behind the scenes stuff." Which Tommy did a lot of behind the scenes work for this. I have to say, he would constantly come up with thumbnails and the OBS. Everything looks great as far as the show goes. Matt, I don't really know what Matt did too much, but Matt was there and we love him. And there's a 33.3% repeating the course effort on everybody's part.
So your willingness to go along is what really got you hooked on meth originally, right? That was the original. That was the original reason you started doing meth. And that's
I'll try anything
so chaotic
once
with them, right? Is okay.
Yeah,
That's well.
whatever.
Hey, trust. I get that. I get that. I understand that. So
yeah, I'll do whatever.
So one of the things that they used to do a lot, I actually participated in this, was the take your shots. Now I don't know that I saw you do take your shot very often, but
we did a couple times.
You did a couple times. Okay, so what was memorable? What do you remember most about like the skits or the bits that they would sometimes do on the Rough Craft?
Take your. There's actually some good ideas with take your shot. Matt would cheat. Matt likes to cheat at every game he plays. So Matt would always cheat at everything. Doesn't matter what it was. I do remember Matt constantly cheating at games. But no, the games are fun. Take your shot was really good. So was what was the other one, Tommy, that we always did? I mean, producer.
I was gonna say I don't think Tommy's here, but okay, I got you. The producer.
I don't remember the other one.
There was another game that we used to play. What was it? But take your shot, I thought was an idea you could even. It's such a good idea in terms of, and you think like I can't write a story that quick. I can't write it, and then you actually do like just clicks and you start writing a bunch of stuff, and it's actually. I enjoyed that one very much. It's one that I could definitely see.
I recall you guys doing some like you make the stories up. Was that Bat Squatch episode? I think I referenced in the thing. Wasn't that one of those?
I have so many drugs I can't remember.
I imagine. Okay, I can understand. that. Now, oh, criminy, I just forgot what I was gonna say.
Why wear a Clemson hat?
Why wear a Clemson hat? Well,
why would you do that to us?
I'm glad that you asked. Oddly enough, I've got a couple of my daughters have graduated or going to Clemson or are going to graduate from Clemson. So I wear the hat to show them some support now and then. I realize it's a little bit blasphemous to you guys, but that's okay.
Tom, biggest Carolina fan amongst all of us. So.
I have actually witnessed Tom as a gigantic Carolina fan,
he's piss your pants excited at a game that we went to one time.
He was in fact. Now, I like that you mentioned that Matt cheats a lot, because I was with him at a casino in Vegas one time. I recall this is probably 2 years ago. Also, might have been after the Chicago trip.
2020. Anyway. You guys were really COVID. Well, I mean, to be fair, people couldn't make money. These commerce, so they're like, come on in. They were trying to figure out ways to drum up business. You know.
Listen, this is kind of a joke, but it's not a joke. I legitimately did go to a casino in 2020. So, but anyway, so Matt and I had been at this casino, and he was in there cheating at blackjack, as he does typically. I mean, he cheats at Magic. He cheats a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff he cheats at. I remember there's a little short that you guys did about him cheating at Yu-Gi-Oh or something. I don't know. Anyway, but you know, so he gets us kicked out of this casino. There we are. We're in Vegas. He's lost all our money now. He pawned the Rolex that he had on, all this other stuff, and so
he went to Pawn Stars.
You better believe it. I mean, you know, it's
the best I can do is $10 for this Rolex.
$10 for this.
Let me call an expert in.
That's about what it was too. So So anyway, I just remember we had to hitchhike home, and that was pretty hellish. I mean, that was pretty bad back then. And imagine
Hitchhike
during COVID,
from
during COVID,
Nevada
Nevada
to South Carolina
during COVID. I mean, you can imagine
Jeez.
that was pretty rough. So
Yeah.
so anyway, I like to thank Matt for that. Well, anyway, right now, again, we just like to mention that our thoughts and prayers go out to Matt and Tom as they convalesce in their whatever that place is that they're getting their drugs cleared out of their system. Anyway,
That's So
that's whatever that's called.
Clean that system out for those
Clean
guys.
that
Come
system
back
out.
for the new program that we're going to be.
Well, and
trying.
so that you bring up another point. The Rough Craft, while we might be quote unquote calling this one of the quote unquote last shows, it's not probably the end of the show, right? I mean, like you're here, you're going to be around. I suspect. I suspect Matt and Tommy, once they're out of rehab, are gonna want to come down and probably participate a little bit. So what are some things that you'd like to see happen on a new quote unquote version of the Rough Craft, but not called the Rough Craft?
Something kind of like a comedy Bang Bang ripoff.
Okay,
that's really what I'm interested in doing.
Okay.
Interviewing these wacky characters with like silly voices. You know what I mean? Like you ever listen to like a radio program and they're like, "Hey, let's prank call the real prank call into a place," and they're like, "Hey, we got a phone scam going on here." And they have voices like that, just characters like that. I want to interview totally unrealistic, over the top characters that no one will believe, and we just ask them silly questions and then have a good time.
I like it.
It doesn't really require any real work other than like kind of coming up with a funky voice and just being yes-anding, which I hope there's some yes-anding going on. I think there's a lot of no buts going to be coming from these guys, but some yes-anding would be nice.
Yes-andings or no buts. Okay.
What are you looking forward to? Are you going to be part of the new program?
Well, I'm hoping so. That's my plan. That's after being a guest many times on the Rough Craft. Yes, I thought it'd be fun to join these guys. They really look like a good group of people. Now, granted, I had hung out with I mentioned I've hung out with Matt and Tommy numerous times. I don't know that I've ever got to hang out with you, Devin. I keep to
myself.
You keep yourself a lot. That straight edge thing that makes sense.
I don't go gamble and go to. One time we went to Vegas too, and I guess we were hanging out and partying, having a good time, and I guess we got together with these. I guess they were prostitutes, but I don't really remember paying. So that's things that Matt and Tommy are into, which is legal in Nevada. It's legal in Vegas.
Hey, I don't begrudge anybody.
I don't kiss and tell.
There you go.
I just when other people kiss, I do tell.
You do tell.
So I will tell. We're married men.
That's good. That's good. Now I do want to. I will. Now this is. I know we've been kind of ragging on Matt and Tommy, and of course they're not here to hear this, which is good.
Ragging.
Hopefully they're not listening at home. But I do have a Vegas story, so I'm going to share that Vegas story right now.
Go ahead. How many times have you been to Las Vegas?
I've been to Las Vegas a bunch because my dad actually grew up really close to Las Vegas. So my dad grew up in a town called Mesquite, Nevada. It's only about 45 minutes from Las Vegas. Tasty. And so the first time I went to Vegas, I was probably like 8 years old. I mean, like I've been there, like I said, numerous times over the years. And so one time I was out there for an actual conference, legit, real, this is actually happening kind of thing. And I was with a bunch of other managers, and we'd done the conference during the day, and we'd gone to hit one of the buffets. This is back when they had buffets still. They don't, I mean, they do technically now, but they suck. And so afterwards, these guys were like, "Hey, we want to go to a club." And I'm not a club guy. As much as I like to joke about stuff like that, I legitimately, I don't dance. So there's no reason for me to go.
I'm not a fan either. It's loud, annoying.
Anyway. And so, but I didn't really want to just go back to the hotel room. It's Vegas, right? I mean, like you when you're there, you want to do something. Mm-hmm. So we go, and we're like, I don't remember. I think we're in might have been the MGM Grand. It might have been the New Yorker. I don't know. It was one of those hotels down kind of on the end of the strip. And we find this club, and there's a line. I mean, this line is wrapped out, right? There's, velvet rope, the whole 9 yards, big old long line. Mm-hmm. And we go walking up, and this guy that's with us, he was kind of like the senior manager there. He's like, "Hey man, let's go," because we were all going to turn around. We're like, "Nah, we're not waiting in this line, right?" He goes, "No, man, we can go pay the dude at the door, right?" And he's like, "We gonna pay the bouncer, we'll get in." And I'm going, "Come on, that's like a movie thing, right? Like, there's no freaking way that this actually works. That you go up and give this guy, money, he's gonna let you in." And so we walk ahead, and I'm not joking. I mean, there must have been 100-something people in this line. We go walking to the front of the line. Dude pulls out $100 bill and hands it, like basically just hands it. He doesn't even like make it slick.
He didn't grease him. He just like whips out 100,
takes out
and hands it to him in front of everybody. Well, what a great!
Right. all these people. And the guy's like, yeah. He goes, how many you got? He goes, we got 5 of us. He goes, we'll take another 100. He goes, okay, takes the other 100. Boom, opens the rope, lets us in. It blew my freaking mind, man. I was like,
well, you gotta
what
think with in that position, I would do the same thing. And I'm like, yeah, $200, man. I'll 5 you in. Like, what a great deal to be a ropeman to just get a bunch of money for people.
My mind was blown. I did not believe this was a thing that actually happened. We walk in. I mean, again, it sucked. I didn't like going to clubs, but that was fine.
I don't get it.
That
What's the big
experience
deal?
was just funny. So,
my wife was into that kind of stuff. She went to Vegas once and went to a male strip club for a bachelorette party.
Hey,
I don't get it, man.
Wow,
I went to a male strip club with my friends for my bachelor
wasn't nearly
party.
as fun.
No, it sucked. You know, my wife's like, you can't go to a strip club with women because that'd be cheating. So, but you can go to the male one. So
But she can go to the male one. That does make sense.
Look at some nice juicy dongs while we're at the thing.
I understand.
No, I don't really party much or anything like that. So that's not really my thing. But that's clearly your thing though, right?
Oh, again, definitely not. But I mean, when I'm with Tom and Matt, I will. I'll go hang out at that.
No, I'm much more of a go to the old honky tonk bar. You know what I mean?
The one trip I regret is the time that Tom and Matt were going out to the Playboy Mansion, and they invited me, and I was like, man, I don't, I just didn't have time at that time.
So
and
we're going out to see Hef. And
yeah, and it was, I don't actually remember when Hef died, but I'm pretty sure he was still alive at the time because this is, years and years ago.
When did Hugh Hefner die?
I feel like it's been a few years back.
It's probably been like a decade, and we just don't realize how long.
Mr. Producer Man, will you confirm how long ago? Oh no, there you go. He was alive till the 27th, or till September 27th,
2017, which was 6 years ago. We don't it was a pretty long time ago.
Yeah,
and all these women he banged are like, it was terrible. I'm like, well, you didn't say anything at the time when you were living there for free or whatever. I don't know how it works there. Well, I do know I've been there.
You've been to the Playboy Mansion? That's awesome. I have not actually.
Well, with Matt and Tommy, apparently these guys, these Playboys,
dude,
what are they up to, man?
They do. They were crazy, man. Crazy back in the day.
Matt's just a simple engineer. I didn't know he had all this money to do all these trips. So.
Well, again, it's the YouTube popularity is really what. Got
oh yeah, that's right. All that YouTube, all the AdSense money.
Exactly, big YouTube money. They.
Yeah.
So okay, well, Devin, I know that there's we could just talk literally forever. I know about how terrible Matt and Tommy are. But is there anything you want to say to the viewers? Anything you want to tell the good, the subscribers out there, the millions and millions watching around the world that you want to just kind of leave as your parting thoughts on the Rough Craft before we retire that name?
Yeah, we had a good time. It was a great idea, but we couldn't really. Tommy kept tweaking it. That's another thing. He kept tweaking. He couldn't just leave it alone and just have a good time with it. So he kept tweaking. But I thought it was a very unique, good idea that could have worked out very well, but it just didn't. We're all guys in our 30s with kids and stuff and married, so jobs. So it's hard to make it work, man. So my life's been a lot better since we quit doing the show. My wife's much happier. I don't have to be like, honey, I'm doing the show tonight. And she's like, that show that no one watches? And I'm like, yeah, because my pals need me to do it. And when your friends need help, you help them.
You help them, don't you?
That's right. But
you can tell by the gray in my beard that I'm under 30 as well. So yeah, that's
anyone that I didn't know. You don't look a day over or 39 to me, sir. So anyone who watched, thank you. Anyone who didn't, I mean, you made the right choice not watching it. So hopefully this new venture is good. Hopefully we can stick with it and we just be funny. I just want to be funny. That's all. So
there you go.
The new thing probably won't be worth a lot of your time, but
makes sense.
Might be good.
Makes sense.
So
not worth your time. That has a certain ring to it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I came on the Rough Craft the first time because I had a book coming out.
You did meet them in a writing group though. That's how it worked. You met
legitimately. Yes, I did in fact meet Matt in a writing group, and
all the partying took place after that.
Right. Well, or before or after. I don't know. Whatever. But no, I legitimately
took place before you met them.
Exactly. I came because I came to the Rough Craft because I had met Logan, who's a friend of the show that has been on before, and I met him in a critique group online for authors, and he kind of introduced me to other people that were in the group. I met Matt, found out that Matt was local. Blah blah blah.
It's funny
we talked a few times, And
That
lo and behold,
Matt's surprise book led to all this. His surprise book because he met all you guys because he was writing his book that I didn't know anything about. I'm his best friend. He never told me about it. And so when you say support group, is that just like a Discord group or whatever? Not support group, but a
no,
Discord group.
yeah, it was. I mean, it was, and it was designed to support other authors. You know, I mean, we would trade chapters or do whatever, and so yeah, I mean, that was really what really the catalyst for it. For me joining the group and for me then coming on the Rough Craft. And if you go back to that very first show where I was actually signed with a publishing house at the time, that was pretty cool. And then
That's right. You were going over how the publishing business works
Yeah.
for this book
Yeah.
right here. It's
That
called
book right there.
Site Alpha.
That's right.
So
that's right.
you should look into it. Eyes in the Dark series. Link in the description. I've only got 4 chapters in. I've been reading the Blood Meridian. There's not enough rapes and murders in this. So
I got you. So you want
if
to
you
read
like
Blood
cryptids,
Meridian.
yes, I'm trying to read Blood Meridian. I'm probably going to read The Road after that, and then one day I'll get to this. I did buy
Dang,
Ephraim Falls. I know it's Ephraim, but I did buy Ephraim Falls as well, and I'm going to look forward to reading you two guys' stories.
That is a bit of a stark difference. Blood Meridian versus say Ephraim Falls. Yeah, that's
there's not a lot of N-words in this, and I'm really upset about it.
Right.
I was hoping by page. I'm like, I'm 30 pages in. There's no N-words in this, so I had to put it down.
You'll be disappointed in that regard.
So, but my book did take a long time in the mail to get here. I think they may have misplaced my package in the mail, which is something I
hear that happens a lot for guys.
Yeah,
of our age.
you know the post office. It's like FedEx is the worst. FedEx one time I lost a griddle one time.
Hello.
What?
Wait, what?
Is anyone there?
Are you doing a voice?
Is there?
I am doing it.
Is there somebody here?
No, I'm not doing. Hello.
Hello. Who is this?
I'm Dwayne.
Did someone join our Discord server?
I believe.
Yeah,
Dwayne
yeah. You know that
in.
drug ass. You know that drug addict Matt.
Drug ass.
I do know exactly.
He's pretty pissed that you're not letting him on the show, so he opened up the Discord to anybody who wanted to come in.
See, we should have been nicer to Matt. I see how it is.
Well, anyway, I heard y'all talking about problems with the mail.
It's crazy that we already have this feller's name up on the screen. We haven't asked what his name is. What's your name, sir?
You got a grade A producer.
I guess so, man.
He's
our own little Jamie over there.
For the job.
That's great.
He's doing a great job.
What's your name, sir?
Dwayne.
Okay.
Dwayne.
That's not even an old.
Moore.
You look like an old.
I am
gentleman.
an old man.
I love your little hat. I just looked
Thank
at it
you.
and noticed that.
I think it's a great hat. I think it's a great hat.
Are you now? You're doing it. Now you're going to a kind of an ethnic voice. So maybe you might want to rethink that for a second.
I'm just going to. I'm just talking.
just you're talking. That's it. That's all you're
cool.
doing.
So what brings you on today, sir?
Well, I heard you talking about the mail.
Okay. I literally just brought it up. Well, you had that finger ready,
and I was listening. But I sent a package to 130 Green Meadow Lane, Fayetteville, Georgia, and I need that package back. It was sent to the wrong address.
What was in the package that was sent to the wrong? Yeah, what's in the box?
Let's not worry about what's in the package. Let's not worry about what's in the package. I needed to go.
Now that you said that, I must know what's in the package.
I needed to go to 130 Green Meadow Lane, Fayetteville, Georgia.
Okay, hold on. You said you sent it there.
I did, but it went to 103.
Wow.
But you were going to 130.
I want to go to 130.
So what's stopping you from contacting the post? Is it the post office? How'd you send this package?
I did contact them. They said it was already delivered.
Then that's going to be unfortunate. That's going to be unfortunate.
It's irreplaceable what I sent.
What'd you send?
Well,
what's all the secrecy, sir? What are you sending in the mail? Is it illegal?
Did your producer look up the address?
What?
130.
What's 130?
I get it.
130 what?
Green Meadow Lane.
Green Meadow. Green Meadow. Is that one word?
No, 2 words.
Green Meadow Lane.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I know exactly where this is. It was what is that thing?
I wanted.
You were delivering a Bowflex?
Oh my god! Why would the fuck? Oh my god!
Dwayne.
I wanted.
That's unfortunate.
Oh my god, dude!
I guess you sent this package a number of years ago. Is that?
No.
No, you just sent it recently.
Sent it this week.
Sent it this week.
Oh my god!
It was 103.
I gotta say, I really didn't see that coming. That really caught me
But the
off
package
guard.
is irreplaceable. I sent my penis.
You mailed your penis to the home of Chris Benoit.
Don't say it out loud. It's really morbid.
Why would you mail your why would you mail your genitals, sir?
Well, I cut pieces off my body and send it out to places to say I've been everywhere.
Wait, what? Here's the thing.
What's the thing?
We're very close to Georgia. You probably could have just sent it to one of us, and we could have walked it over to Georgia.
You couldn't get you. It's a morbid tour of Georgia, and I wanted to send it to the Rabid Wolverine house.
Oh yeah, that was his.
It's a morbid tour.
Dude, somebody
Yeah.
bought
I can't
this
leave
house
anywhere.
for
I don't got-
$280,000 in 2009.
Who
I
would
guess-
buy that?
I guess
Who would
whenever
buy that house?
I don't know, for $289. I mean,
It's like the
could
Amityville
you
Horror
overlook
house. It needs to be
a
burned down.
child murder, a wife murder, and a dude hanging himself?
Dwayne,
Who would buy that?
I don't know.
That make no
Dwayne,
sense.
Dwayne, there's somebody watching you through your fence. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, what is going
he's
on
My
there?
fucking pervert neighbor. He thinks my wife's around, but she's been dead since Waco.
You keep going back and forth between this very Jewish accent and then not having a Jewish accent.
It's from the smoke from Waco.
It's
Okay.
smoke from
Smoke
Waco, huh?
inhalations from Waco. I'm a Branch Davidian.
Are
Oh
ya?
my god!
Wow.
So you were in.
I was
Uh,
but that's how my wife died.
You're apparently a time traveler as well. That's
How am I a
quite-
time traveler? I don't make no.
So you-
I was at the
What would
compound.
Waco was what 80? When was Waco?
90, I don't know, 90.
Yeah, it had to be. Yeah, 93. So he's an old guy. He's clearly that means he was in
I mean, look,
30
I'm
years
balding.
ago. How old were you?
I'm 84.
You were 50 years old, 40-year-old
I was
Branch
a Branch
Davidian.
David.
Did you bring your wife and family and have the guy David? What's his name?
I don't-
David
we
Duke.
don't- I
That's
don't
the
have a-
KKK guy.
Koresh.
That's a KKK
David
guy. What?
Koresh.
David
I said
yeah,
David
yeah,
Duke.
David.
Yeah,
David
thinking of
Duke.
the other one.
Did David Koresh? You let David Koresh bang your wife?
No, he didn't like my wife. She was 600 pounds, 700 pounds wet. I don't think he liked
Wet?
that. 700 pounds wet. Like she got out of the pool.
Uh-huh.
So soaking wet, she was
Yeah, she was a big
600
girl.
pounds.
A very big girl.
Sounds like it.
So-
So what brought you to Waco in your 40s?
Well, if you listen,
Well,
to
that'd have been
David,
30
he's a
years
very-
ago.
you
So
listen to David's
you'd have been
music-
50.
Yeah,
Where do you hail from, sir?
well, I'm from Massachusetts.
How do you? Where that's
Okay,
from.
that checks out. That
I was
checks
gonna
out.
say, I was
What,
trying to place that accent.
that checks out a little bit. What? So when you were in Massachusetts, you were born there?
No, of course I was born here.
What?
Why
I
would
just
you
said I
say
was from
no?
Massachusetts.
Of course,
Are you
I
not
was
paying
born
attention?
there. Yes, but
born
why
in
would you say?
Massachusetts.
Look, I know you're upset about your package.
Yeah,
My
I
Why-
agree.
my literal package is gone.
Oh my
Since
god!
the
What
wrong
a
address.
what a terrible joke! What a terrible joke!
You set it up, asshole.
I feel like you came up with I'm gonna mail my package to somebody, and then you added all the
It was-
Chris Benoit stuff
Well,
in
it was originally supposed to be my toe,
because you
but
can't
then
help
I said
yourself.
my penis.
So when did you cut your penis off?
What?
When did you cut your penis off? What do you mean what? When did you cut your penis off?
Last week. Like I said, I sent the package last week.
So you just okay? I guess you're 80 years old. You probably don't even. You
I
probably
don't use it anymore. My wife's
Yeah.
been dead for 30 years.
Oh, well, what'd she die of?
She died in the Waco fire.
Oh, that's right. I'm so sorry. I thought
Yeah,
maybe it was a health issue.
What happened was she went to go take a bath during the raid because of her lymphedema.
During the raid,
Lymphedema, huh?
before or
Yeah.
after they started playing dolphin noises.
Well, I mean, she kind of, big girl, but she got
Mm-hmm.
in the bath, and when the tank started coming, so I had to pull her out of the bathtub. So what I did was I handed her a hairdryer, and I plugged it into the wall to anchor it, and then
To anchor it.
Accurate. Okay.
Huh?
and then she dropped it, and then she all of a sudden had Guy Fieri hair, and then I had to leave.
Right. Well, that
So
makes
she started
sense.
the stop. You think Guy Fieri ripped her off?
Yeah, maybe.
Probably. Dwayne, yeah, you weren't by chance in Oklahoma City in like '95, were you? I mean, that's
Maybe.
maybe. Okay.
Mate, why you say that so coy and cute? What's up with that?
Like how
I'm a
innocent
big fan
that
of Ted
was.
Kaczynski.
Being a little stinker.
Big fan of Ted. I'm a big fan of Ted.
I bet you are. I bet you are.
like
was
Ted.
wondering.
What's
I
wrong
really
with Ted?
honestly, I'm not gonna joke. I kind of when you started talking about the male, I was a little bit worried you might be like his brother or something. But
Oh no,
Yeah.
no, no, no! I would
okay,
never.
okay, okay.
I
That's
would
good.
never.
That's
That's a,
good.
whoa! Look at the Oklahoma bombing you were looking up.
You just
The
I'm
Oklahoma-
randomly.
sorry. I thought you had it on screen.
What did he blow up? He blew up
A
a
hospital?
state building. Was it a
it's a
hospital?
federal building.
I thought it was a hospital.
There's a freaking
Oh
federal.
no, the federal building downtown Oklahoma.
No.
Federal building.
Yeah.
Well, good for old Ted.
So,
Didn't he get
He
sentenced to
died
death?
recently. He's dead. He died recently.
yes, he did. I'm glad that you don't want to be like Ted Kaczynski, but you're more than happy to mail like dismembered parts of your body to random strangers in random places to say that you've been there.
Look, I had to. Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Jesus.
Yeah.
What-
Is that why
what-
you're wearing slippers? Is you're missing all your toes now?
Yeah, what's up with your
Yeah, I
slips?
said that. I said that to my slips. I sent
Trying to,
that
be
to.
cool, trying to be cool with all the kids with their slides.
I sent that to
Yep.
the Seven Wonders.
Wow.
I went
You
to the
sent
seven.
all
I've been
your-
to the Seven Wonders.
You've been all
Okay.
seven wonders.
Name all seven,
I
please.
was gonna say which
Okay.
ones?
Oh God!
Name all seven.
The pyramids, the Sphinx,
Bzz.
the 7-Eleven down the road that survived the car fire,
So we got
Right.
4 more.
Okay. You're getting close.
Come on.
the Dalai Lama.
You visited the Dalai. He's a guy, but all right, go ahead.
You set it on fire.
What is it
close.
with you and it? Just all right, go ahead. 4.
The Colosseum,
The
The Coliseum. Okay, that's a good. I think that
Well,
actually
that's-
is one of
that
them.
might actually be one of them.
All right, go ahead.
the Great Wall of China. I'm just The Great
That's
Wall
one.
of
That
China.
is one.
Very
That is one. One
And
more.
then- And then I personally went to the Taj Mahal.
Okay.
I
It's
personally
funny
went
you went to dial. You went all these funny ones, and you really started naming them. I thought you were gonna say
I
Crispin
said
Wall's
it.
house.
Well, that was the 8th one.
That was the eighth
An
one.
eighth
That was-
wonder, Crispin
How
Wall's
do you-
house.
So, how was the Taj Mahal? If you've been there, I
Yeah, what was that
understand it's
like?
quite
Bad.
intriguing.
It was it bad?
I understood that you guys went to the Taj Mahal because isn't that a casino in Vegas?
I'm just surprised it
It
was
is
made
the-
of toothpicks.
A toothpick.
It's made of toothpicks.
Made of toothpicks.
Sir,
That
did
was-
you just build all these with toothpicks into your home?
Yes.
Instead, you visited them.
Yes,
Okay.
and I set them on fire.
Oh, yep. Okay. Well,
At
that
the
checks out.
7-Eleven.
Boy, it checks out with this character of just the craziest things you can think of. That's what he's
I'm
all up to.
sorry.
It's fine. It's good. I
What
like
would you
it.
like me to say? I'm a cartoon.
I don't know. Your hand. Did you do that with your hand? That was
I like
amazing.
that. That's pretty cool.
What?
So I'm curious, Dwayne. Are you planning on painting that dancing fence anytime soon? Hey, you've looked
Yeah, what's
very
up with
happy.
Why is the fence dancing?
I am curious about that.
Everything dances in this world. The fucking
Are you-
computer's dancing.
That's very strange.
Are you in the middle of an earthquake?
I'm in the middle of Fukushima.
Wow. See, I
I'm a
told you
time
you're
traveler.
you're a time traveler. Clearly,
Clearly, this man.
odd because we had a time traveling sheriff on here just a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you
That's
saw that
right.
episode. I don't know if you
No,
saw
I
that
didn't.
Dwayne. You didn't?
Nope,
Okay.
I
I
never
didn't
heard
see
of
it.
it.
I
Unfortunate.
get- I
You've
heard
never
he
heard
had
of
a
this show?
gun. I don't. I'm from Massachusetts. I don't like guns.
Yeah, that's.
They have
that's
guns
good.
there, I'm sure.
Except that
they
I
have
didn't mention
guns.
he
There's
had
a bunch
gun.
of gun violence, but I don't know.
Dwayne, I did mention he had a gun. I just said he was a sheriff. I think
Yeah,
you've been
you the one
watching
that
the
said-
show. I
sheriffs,
think
he had a gun.
automatically have guns.
You're the one that said he had a
no.
gun. You did.
Who did I?
No, you didn't.
No, yeah, he did.
I
I was just saying
mean, Dwayne did.
Exactly,
Dwayne said.
Yeah, that's
Dwayne.
what I'm thinking.
Dwayne
I
The
think
Rock Johnson.
I think
Dwayne,
Dwayne's
I'm not-
secretly been
no.
watching the Rough Craft for a while now. Dwayne, I
I'm a
hate to
big
break
fan.
it to you, but
I
tonight
wanted
might
to
be the
send.
last
I wanted to
episode of
send you a
Rough Craft.
toe. I wanted to send the Rough Craft a toe to say
Uh-huh.
I've been in the studio, but I'm here in person.
Well,
A
I mean
toe
that's
to
good.
say I've been
A
in the
toe.
studio.
That's good. I'm actually glad that you came on tonight.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I'm very excited. I've never met a time traveler for one. Except for that, like I said, I talked briefly with that sheriff that really hated my book, which was kind of interesting. But I haven't met an actual time travel personally face to face. So I'm curious, when you went to the Taj Mahal, I'm gonna go back to that one real quick.
Okay,
By the
go
way,
yeah, go ahead.
was this like before, like as it was being built? Like was it after it's been built? Was it the time that like you can't get into it anymore? Like when were you actually going to the
It
Taj
was.
Mahal?
I went there when he put his dead wife in there.
Okay, that's
It was a big. It was a big
His
funeral
dead wife.
procession. Well,
You-
that's what he built it for. He built it for his dead wife.
Dwayne, I want to mention that I think this is the first guest we've ever had that had this many mentions of dead wives in a single.
It's just everything. He's just cutting off body
everything.
parts and everything's dead and fires.
fires.
Jesus, man. We
Now,
get a
did you
really
go down-
glimpse
did you go
into the
down to
mind
I
of
was
this
saying, when you were
character.
going to the Taj Mahal, did you go down to where they actually burned the bodies on that river? Because that's not too far from there. Did you burn a few
What?
bodies?
No.
Are you sure?
No,
Okay.
I didn't. I mean, yes, and I.
Yes, I did. And
I said some
yes,
by
and.
myself.
Yes,
That's
and
right.
but no. Yes, and
but
no.
no, but.
No, but.
So what's
but
up?
yes.
So how many limbs? What all have you had cut off of you, or did
Okay,
you
you
cut
s-
off?
Okay, you see these hands?
Yeah,
Yep.
they're
Look
fake,
at these
right?
hands. They look great, don't they?
Since
Mhm.
they only have 4 fingers.
Prosthetics.
The prosthetics.
Prosthetics.
You went with a 4-fingered
the
prosthetic
4-finger
arm
prosthetics arm.
with your Mickey Mouse gloves.
You know why Mickey Mouse wears gloves?
Why?
He doesn't have any hands.
That's
He doesn't
amazing.
have any hands.
He has
And I
no
like how
hands.
you I like how you did that and then posed like you were waiting for us to laugh.
He doesn't have any hands.
Oh,
You have
now
any
that's
hands?
a good pose right there.
Hey,
Hey.
I want to know how that's all working. But anyway, so you have no arms.
No arms.
Like did you from the shoulder?
From the wrist. From the
That's
wrist
So
down.
you have your
That
From
would
the
be
wrist
so you
down.
do
have your arms.
No
from
hands.
the no arms from
hand.
the wrist down, we call it. And you have how many toes would you say you have?
Well, the toes of my front legs are gone.
Your front legs.
Oh, my
You
front
do
legs are totally
front
gone.
legs.
as opposed to your back legs.
My front legs are totally gone. You can
His
see
front
I have no
legs.
front
His
legs.
2 front legs.
But all my toes on these legs are gone.
On those ones.
Mhm.
My
But your
penis is
toes.
gone as previously
Penis,
discussed.
balls.
Previously discussed.
Balls. I don't want to cut my balls off because I was diagnosed with testicular cancer when I was 15.
You want to keep them. That makes a lot of
So
sense.
you've had testicular cancer. So you got testicular cancer in 1950, 1940 something when you got it, and then you've just been
Probably right
rolling
after
with
the
it.
war.
Yeah, I still have
Yeah.
it. I still have
Right after you
testicular
got
cancer.
back from
That's probably why I don't feel the pain when I chop off my body parts. I'm all tumor.
you got a bunch of tumors roll around in there.
That's good. That's
It's not a
good.
tumor.
So no penis, no front leg toes, arms cut off from the wrist down. What? And you just been mailing these things. So if it's only like 20 packages.
Yeah, I haven't, finished.
Okay, so what? How far are you going with all this?
No, I'm gonna send my head to Walt Disney.
Well, I mean, that'll look
he's-
good next to his head, which is already
Yeah,
frozen also.
Is
yeah,
that true?
he's already.
Is that true?
I
Did
don't
he
know. I
really?
read
Is
it
his
on the
head really
internet.
frozen?
Yes,
I
his
read it.
head's really frozen. Of course it is.
I read it, but I'm gonna stop googling terrible things because I've googled a lot of
Yeah,
awful
you
things.
You're gonna watch
And an
this.
FBI website popped up like, you really know about Ted Kaczynski? I'm gonna knock it off.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're giving me real Albert Fish vibes, who is the serial
Oh, I
killer
know what you're
who
talking
was
about.
kind of a.
Yeah.
You sound like a masochist guy. They say he used to shove needles into like his taint
Wow.
and everything. He was a complete masochist.
Why would he
who-
do that?
Listen, I am actually stunned. There's 3 people watching this at the moment.
You ask why would he do that as a man who cut his own dick off and arms to mail them to Chris Benoit?
Why is he looking up? Who are you looking up?
Well, also, why would you mail it to the house? Like he's been dead for like 15
He
years,
is
I think.
part of the Grim Tour of Georgia.
Is he
I've
part of the
already-
Grim? Where else? What name other parts of the Grim Tour of Georgia?
Well, there's a place at the Georgia,
Yeah,
the
I-
University of Georgia in Athens called
I'm-
the
Oh,
the
you don't want to
Iron
talk
the
about that.
Iron Gates.
Uh-huh.
What happens at the Iron Gates?
Well, do you really want to know?
No, you don't.
Sir, I insist you tell me what happens at the Iron Gates.
They made the slaves build it, and then they melted their bones inside of it.
They melted
Told you you
slave
didn't wanna know.
bones
University of Georgia.
at the
That-
University
that
of
uni-
Georgia.
Athens,
Go
Georgia.
Dogs.
The current champions. The current
They are the
champions.
current champions. We have a friend that was very excited to hear that.
Yeah, I think he'd be really happy to hear that.
Him and his red truck.
Well, I didn't-
They were founded in
the Iron Gates-
1785. So, how was the University of Georgia founded in 1785?
Yeah.
Good lord, man!
Well,
Yeah,
South
been around a
Carolina was
long time.
founded in 1881, right?
It's like we just became a country. And they're like, put a college down there in Georgia. Pop one down there
Throw
guys
up
need
a
one bad.
college. Throw up a college.
in Georgia, where
one.
they have the Iron Gates, where they melt slave bones. Interesting. Do you have anything that's not outrageously violent to talk about
Or horrific.
or horrific? Do you have anything nice that happens?
Yeah. My father was a milkman.
Okay.
Well, that I would believe, actually. That I would believe.
This timeline is odd. So you were born. What year were you born?
Whew. You're asking the hard questions.
Who's to say, right? Who's to say?
You're asking the hard questions.
Who's to say?
knows?
How old are you? You're 8. You're what? How old again?
I'm
Do you remember how
84.
old you are?
86.
84.
94, 93.
You counting back by years?
1939.
19. Yeah, I was right before my dad was a milkman, and then he fought the Krauts in 1940.
Wow, then he was going to
So-
war early. That's impressive.
So he had you, and he just popped right off the war. Because I mean,
He was ready to go fight for his country.
That was nice of him to go.
when
to,
was
before
D-Day
we
was
declared
44?
war.
So you'd have been 5 years old
Yeah, I remember.
whenever
my daddy.
he stormed the beaches of Normandy.
Normandy.
He jumped in there to beaches and was like, "Come on, Krauts!" He never came
You know, you
home.
probably shouldn't say that
Never
word.
came home. Jeez.
Probably shouldn't
Yeah.
say that word.
What,
It's not a good
Krauts?
word to say. Yes.
Krauts is not a good. Well, who cares? They're Germans.
It's not a good.
Yeah,
Well,
that's-
that's
fucking
true. They are
dirty German.
the Germans.
Listen, the rough craft is insanely popular in Germany, so I think you
Yes,
probably want
we have a big.
I mean, millions.
Hey,
Of
follow your
viewers.
leader and point up, assholes. They're all Nazis over there.
He said, "Follow your
Jeez.
leader and point up." With which hand?
Well, the left one. When he
Is it is the salute with your left hand? I don't think
I
it
have
is. It
no idea.
surely
I
can't
don't
be.
want to do. I'm not going.
Gotta
to
be
do this.
right-handed.
That's good.
I don't know why this character's smiling. His dad's dead.
Yeah, I'm very curious.
So
why it's
your dad? Did your dad?
Why are you
Live?
looking it up?
smiling.
Did your dad live in World War II, or did he?
No, he said he died.
He died. He never
Yeah,
came
okay.
home. Well, he
Never
never came home.
He never came home.
He never came home. It could
Great.
be.
So
a
he never
case
came
of
home.
He joined the other side, but I don't want to believe
You
that.
think so? You think he joined them? Was he drafted? So you think he went through D-Day, got
Mhm.
on there, and then somehow deserted and fought for the Nazis in World War II?
No, I think he dropped. Well, maybe the communist. I got a postcard from
The
Moscow.
communists. Well, that's not the
Moscow.
other side because we were allies
other
at that
side.
point with the
No,
commies.
we were never the allies with the Russians.
We quit being commies with the Russian. I mean, quit being allies with the commies after World War II.
No
When
one
the
likes
nuclear
the
arms
Russians.
race
Dwayne,
started.
you have been a fabulous character study in whatever this is. I don't even know.
What character not to bring back?
Remember, all this started because he's mad he lost his penis package going to Crispin Watt's house.
And I've had testicular cancer for 70 years.
So you were 15, so that'd have been 1950
Yeah.
something. You would have got
Well,
diagnosed.
treatments were
That's
clearly not
When
that
did
good
they?
back then.
When did the X-ray start? How would they even tell?
Let's
Well,
not
X-rays
go
have
into
been
the
around a long
details.
time.
X-rays.
X-rays have been around a long
Let's
time.
not go into details.
1895. I stand
go.
corrected.
Yeah, I
Like
knew
they
that
wouldn't have
one been
X-rays in the
around
50s. They had a freaking atom bomb. Like,
Well,
how do we go do this? How do we do these X-rays? I can't look in this man's body. They're dropping nuclear bombs.
long. So Dwayne, are you gonna go see Oppenheimer this week?
Yeah, you gonna see it?
That man's a pussy.
Really?
He's like, he said, I
Which
don't
one? The
wanna-
guy that directed it? The guy that started it? The guy it's about?
Oppenheimer is a bitch.
Okay,
Why is
okay.
He sit there, it's
Oppenheimer.
like, I'm gonna build the world mass destruction bomb. And then when he built it, he's like, oh no, what have I done? And then he
That's
went
what he
and cried to
said. He
Truman.
said, "I'm
He
gonna
went-
build the world mass destruction bomb." That's what he called it.
And then he went and cried to the president, and the president said, "Get out of here, you bitch."
That is funny because I think there's some semblance of truth to what he said. I
No,
think
that
he did
actually
ask Truman not to do it. Truman's like, "I'd listen, dude. I gotta drop this bomb down on all
bad.
these Japanese guys."
No, you know what's
He
interesting? is
started
that
crying because he's a little
love-
pussy.
I love the concept that at that time the scientists literally thought there was a chance that once you lit the bomb, it would just destroy the entire Earth.
Yeah,
And
they
they
did
still
thought it
did
would
it.
open a
They thought
black
it was like,
hole. They're
"Yeah,
like,
why
"Oh
not?"
fuck it, we gotta beat these krauts over here." We gotta-
Fucking craps and Japs.
Jesus, well, let's not say that one. Let's not say that one.
Why can't I
cannot.
say that?
No, you can't.
Even
Don't
though
do
it's
that.
just the word Japan
I'm sorry,
shortened.
G and P.
Well, I mean,
What?
G and P.
GNP maybe that one might be
Shortened
okay.
for Japanese.
Isn't that movie supposed to be like 5 hours long?
Why?
Which one?
Why would they make a
Oppenheimer is 3 hours
5-hour long movie?
I think
about
it's a
that guy?
3-hour long film.
Did you see the thing? Did you see the thing that the 70 millimeter IMAX cut of Oppenheimer weighs something like 4,000 pounds and takes
Yeah, it's like
a
10
freaking
miles
forklift
long.
to get it. Yeah,
So yeah,
Every
it's 3 hours and
every
3 hours and 9
promotional-
seconds. Got to get that 9 seconds in there. It's 3 hours
Right,
long.
3
Every
hours.
promotional piece they have of that movie is just a steal of that guy's face.
Yeah.
Of
it
old
is.
Cillian Murphy.
Mhm.
Of Scarecrow from Batman. Yeah, I got
That's what
The
I
Peaky
remember him
Blinders
best from.
guy.
It's
The
from
Peaky
Peaky
Blinders
Blinders.
guy.
That's a very good show. It got really weird at the end. They just kept trying to throw Nazi stuff in there. Like, look, we're fighting the Nazis,
Mm.
even though they were, commies. But anyway,
He looks kind of weird.
it looks like a good movie. I may go see Barbie though. I'm really interested to see.
I-
I'd like.
You wanna go
Do
see
you like
Barbie?
how? Do you like how everyone's like, "What are you going to see, Oppenheimer or Barbie?" Barbie. It's like, what do you mean? Which one am I going to go see? I'm not going to see either one of them.
Puss in Boots: The Last Wish on Netflix.
There
It's
you
funny.
go.
You know how good of a movie that was, man. I took my daughter. I was enthralled by that movie and how good it was.
Well, you've seen people that are going to go do Barbieheimer because they buy a tube pad. Like,
Barbie.
they seriously they
First
call
off,
it Barbieheimer.
who's going to spend $57 just for
Yep.
tickets at the movies? So
Yep.
you're going to drop $150 to go to the movies through like 7 hours of film,
Yep.
and one of them's not going to be good at all. There's no way Barbie's going to be a good movie. There's no way it's going to be a good movie.
I think it's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, I might check it out.
You
I
do
mean,
look like
watch it.
well, you
What
should.
what's it rated? Is it rated
Wait, what
What's
is
it
that
rated?
movie rated?
I don't know.
Barbie? Are you going to go see Barbie though, Dwayne?
Yeah, I'll go check it out.
Go check it
Barbie
out.
came out. Barbie came out when I was
PG-13.
20
Yeah, in your
years old.
lifetime. In your lifetime, I was gonna say
Yeah, yeah.
you saw the
Yeah,
original.
Barbie was invented in 1959, right when you got that testicular cancer diagnosis.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like,
that
oh
was-
no, my
that was
balls!
pretty
Look at
much
this
the chick
fun
that did
toy
that.
I can play with.
He wants to look like Ken. Is really what it came down to.
Yeah,
I
that's why you
wanted
cut
to,
your
but
dick and
have
balls
you seen
off.
This body?
So, well, Dwayne, this was
Oh
enthralling. I
my
don't really
God,
think
is that who I think it is? What the fuck is wrong
I don't
with
think
him?
we really got anywhere with
No,
this.
we did-
I'm
I
not
mean,
sure
no, we
why you
did-
came in.
Oh, why I came? You said you knew about how to get a package back from the mail.
That's not what I said. I
wanted.
lost a
You
package,
said
and
that.
seemed to,
I saw you. You said it.
Okay.
Wayne, I
All
would
right.
like to recommend you go to your local postmaster, explain what had happened.
I'm not going to explain to the post office that I
detail.
sent my penis in
Postmeister.
the mail.
Yep, explain in graphic detail exactly what happened. I am sure they will get that package recovered. for
Michael
you.
Cera in the Barbie movie.
Michael Cera.
Yeah, he looks terrible.
He's such an
He
odd
looks
looking fella.
fucking awful.
He looks like a bird.
Can
looks
you
good.
show his picture again? Oh, this is how. Okay, the first thing you should do is contact your courier company directly. The courier company have internal systems that can check the delivery status. After they see who's signed and received the package, you can ask the company to resend the package to you. How? Someone signed for it. How am I going to get it back?
Well, that's a good question. Dwayne, you literally could have Googled this answer, but instead you came on the rough craft to go on
Matt
whatever
told
this
me to.
was. Matt
told
did.
me to. He said
That's
it,
right.
Yeah,
You actually did start out by mentioning Matt was mad at us.
yeah,
that
he,
is-
he,
that
he,
is
was- he
good
hasn't been a part of the
information.
show.
You're right. He hasn't. He's
He
been
has never
rehabbing.
been a part of this news ever since. He has not been part
No,
since
Matt.
the rough craft goodbye. He has
No,
not been
listen.
on this channel.
Listen, Matt and I were on. Yeah, I was gonna say Matt and I were on a rough craft just a couple weeks ago together,
Yeah.
like 3 weeks ago.
No,
but
we
still.
weren't. I mean, no, you weren't.
When we talked about our best-selling book, Welcome to FM Falls.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Did you forget about
I
that?
forgot about that. That's my bad.
It's all good. It's all
Let's
good.
dance. I'm gonna dance.
You should dance. You should
I'm
dance.
a
I think
dance. I'm a-
Oppenheimer
I'm a-
was a
I'm a
commie. I'm looking
jiggling.
up
You looking him up? Like, let's
with
not.
all that. His wife was a
Um,
member of the Communist Party of America.
Whose wife?
So
Whose wife? Whose wife was a dirty commie?
I think Oppenheimer was a commie, and so was his wife. So
well, I mean, he
He
came
was a
from
fucking Nazi.
Germany, didn't he? That's to say, he came from Germany.
no, he was
Oh.
born here. His wife was German.
Okay.
Born in
Oh, there's
1910.
old Barbara.
Her name was Kitty.
Kitty Pryde from Gunsmoke. I love Gunsmoke. That's a good show.
Nope. Anyway, this was fun.
Dwayne,
Um,
before we leave the air this evening, is there any other things that the Rough Craft can offer to help you with? I mean, we realize that we cannot help you get your package back, but maybe there's something else we could help you with. Is there anything else you would need?
Never invite me back.
Fantastic.
Where do you live now?
I think we could pull that off.
I live.
You look like you live in Arkansas. Just saying.
Is it because it's flat? Could you tell?
Yeah.
Let's go downtown.
Bouncy.
Because
Oh, he's hanging out downtown
yep,
now.
the
Let's
the
go
rats
downtown.
coming out of the sewer. That's
Is that a
definitely-
rat?
I'm in New Orleans.
Are you in New Orleans?
Oh, New Orleans. Be careful down there.
Yeah, it fucking sucks here.
And there, we lost all of our viewers in New Orleans right there. That was
Cool.
It fucking sucks. It
No
smells like shit.
Japanese. No
There's a guy
Germans,
walking
no
around
New
with rotten
Orleans.
legs.
Rotten legs.
He has
Well,
holes. He has diabetes, and all he does is drink, and he wonders why he has holes in his legs that leak pus.
Did you just put a wife beater on, or have you had one on the whole time?
I've had one on the whole time.
Oh wow, I just noticed that.
Wow.
Wow.
The greatest host. The greatest host.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Dwayne. Well,
Why are you looking up this? Oh my god. Oh my god.
what's he looking up?
The look at this. Look at the. It's like it's this is bad as a toe clipper on your tooth.
Oh my! What the?
What the f-
Why?
Oh, that's my wife's lymphedema.
Why would you look up?
She had to get in the tub because of that.
I didn't realize I could click on that and see what he was looking up. But anyway,
Oh, there we go. We lost another viewer right
Good.
there.
Good.
I don't blame him.
They don't want to. They have lymphedema. They don't want to look at it.
Well, this was fun, guys. So we're gonna
Okay,
let you
listen,
go, Dwayne. Good luck
Dwayne,
getting
thanks.
your dick back from the government.
Thanks. I will try. But
I hope-
I don't,
that's
is it
everybody,
illegal
right?
to mail your
That's it.
dick in the United States?
It's
Tommy, will
very
you Google,
illegal.
is it illegal to look to mail
it's
your dick?
extremely-
Very
Extremely.
illegal.
Extremely.
To
There's
mail a body
special
part?
So
medical
don't tell nobody.
transport people for just that thing. Did Tommy just leave us? I think he did. I think he abandoned us.
It's
I mean,
not.
Excuse me, our
doesn't.
producer.
It's not a subject to regulation as hazardous material.
There you go.
Oh well. I broke the law.
Interesting.
I broke the law.
I mean, I know that messes up your clean track record. So,
Well.
well, good luck.
Well,
Okay,
good luck
thanks.
with you,
I've tried to get out of this
God,
about 4
this-
times now. Good luck.
Alright, see
So
you guys.
long.
have fun.
I think we have to ban him from the server. I don't know
Might
how to
be
get him out of here.
You have to.
Right.
Yeah. I'll send you a piece of my kneecap.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Funny, I need that because my knee popped out of place the other day. So I
You want me
might
to send you
actually
a
need
hip?
an extra one.
I'll send you my hip.
Yes, my left hip does hurt. I'm getting
There you go.
older.
Oh,
So
well,
yes,
that does happen. That does happen.
not as spry as I used to be. Interesting, guy. Well, that was fun. Is he gone?
Hey. You can't tell.
Is he gone? I can't tell if Dwayne is left or not. Just need someone in my earphone maybe to tell me. I don't know is what I was told. So I know he is. He's smiling and looking at me with his Pac-Man eyes.
My beady eyes.
There
Well,
we
they're not
go.
beady. They're very big. But anyway, well, this was
I'm gone.
this
Bye,
was great.
guys.
Bye,
We had a
Dwayne.
great time. Neil, looking forward to the next thing.
Devin, it was quite enjoyable, sir. I don't know what we just did, but assuming that YouTube hasn't banned us by the time we come back for next week,
There was a couple
I'm
racial slurs and stuff thrown in there, so maybe.
I'm sure there's something exciting waiting for us in the very, very near.
At least the guy that I think you messed the cameras up. At least the guy that works for the government wasn't here throwing off racial slurs or anything, so that's good.
That's probably preferable.
Well, good night, everybody.
Probably
Hopefully the new
preferable, but anyway, yeah,
new
we'll,
show's gonna be good.
Be on the lookout. I'm sure we're gonna do some stuff that will.
I don't know why we just
let
don't
everybody-
rebrand this channel, but whatever. We'll just make a whole new one.
Hey, it works one way or the other.
Really? Interesting. All right. Good night, everybody. I'm leaving.
Take
I'm
care,
gonna go to
y'all.
bed.
Why'd you kick out my friend?
Oh, what? Hey, Matt's here.
It's Matt. Oh my goodness.
Well, how's rehab, Matt?
Don't talk to me about my rehab.
Thanks.
it-
Way to